Hello, everyone. Today's game is really special for me. And if you are a card game lover, then it is a must-have game for your library. Game with brilliant art, with a massive amount of characters, with a massive choice of cards and tactics. Night of Full Moon is a captivating indie card game developed by Giant Games and released in 2017. But on Steam, it came only in 2019, what means the game is playable also on mobile phones. One of the biggest mistakes is that we cannot link PC version together with mobile. And it is so sad. But I cannot express enough how much I appreciate this game and the enjoyment it has brought me, making me say a big thank you. Also, the game is for free. Is it not brilliant? In a game also, we have a DLC packs with new characters and chapters. And they are pretty cheap, so don't miss a chance to support this game by buying a new content. Night of Full Moon is set in a dark and mystical world. The game immerses players in an eerie adventure where they assume the role of a witch who ventures into a creepy forest to rescue her missing granny. The combination of strategy, deck building, and role-playing elements in Night of Full Moon is truly unique, which has led to a loyal following and widespread critical acclaim. And to prove my words, we will dive really deep in this game, so take a drink and relax, because we are starting my review. From the beginning in-game, we have 4 playable classes, which ones are for free, but a third one, a witch, and fourth one, a nun, will be locked right away. It is not a big problem because you will unlock them after you will play with a warrior and ranger. Also, I will talk about premium characters, but let's go first through the free in-game content. In Night of the Full Moon, you play as Little Red Riding Hood as you'd expect. But instead of being a cute little child, she is a knight, a witch, a nun, or even a soul hunter. It all depends on how you want to play the game. You can choose any class you want, but the difficulty will increase depending on your choice. Not only that, but you can increase the challenge a bit more after you've played through the game the first time. In a game, we have 7 difficulty levels, and each of them you will unlock before you will finish a previous one. After the last difficulty level, we will be able to jump on Nightmare difficulty. Game is sometimes truly hard, and sometimes you will need to restart each match from the beginning, because you may be made a wrong choices through your gameplay. Like making a wrong choice in picking free cards or blessings. Blessings are one of the free boosts in a game. In a game, we have action cards, spell cards, attack cards, mana cards, and equipment cards. To use spell cards, you will need to have mana. For action cards, you will need action points. For others, you don't need anything, so you can freely use any of them at any time you want. But you have to remember, in a card game, you always have to make the right choice and tactic to be successful. This game is more story-driven, which I really like. Lots of voice acting. It does get a touch repetitive, but I have never turned it off for what it's worth. You can skip almost every event, just not bosses, so you can really play the way you want. Monsters have levels, and after gaining a certain amount of XP, you level up. This heals you, raises stats, and sometimes gives you a boon of some kind. Also, you'll be able to upgrade your abilities as well as finding new ones. But unlike other games, you can also upgrade your own cards. You can upgrade your cards 2 or 3 times, improving the effect they have and the damage they inflict. Upgrading cards aren't as easy as you'd think, since you need to find the right page to do it. Fortunately, the levels aren't that important at first, so you'll be able to continue with the campaign and upgrade your cards along the way. Other than that, the visuals are also really nice to look at, and the cartoony style works well to take the edge of the dark setting. Additionally, the character design in this game is fantastic. I've found a lot of RPGs to be held back by poor character design and a limited number of enemies. The variety of characters is not only helped by their visual design, but also by the great audio design of the game. I really enjoy every voice acting that they've chosen for the game, and it really helps give enemies more life. In many ways, Night of Full Moon is actually a lot easier than Slay the Spire. But as you get into the more challenging difficulties and other modes, it will present a fairly significant challenge, even for seasoned players. While the free version does get started with a few classes and the core game mode, there is paid DLC that essentially unlocks the full game. The full game has 7 classes and an additional 2 game modes. In Adventure Mode, you play through the story as one of the several classes. In my opinion, this mode is one of the best. After winning against each of the 4 story bosses, you can play on the harder difficulties as well. Diary Mode. If you want more story, then this is the mode for you. It is a paid mode. However, it plays nearly identically to the above mode. The key difference here is that it adds a good chunk of content. If you purchase this after playing with the free version, you'll notice the difference immediately. Memory in Mirror Mode was a quite new challenge for me, with a completely different playstyle. Game mode was not bad, but I was not interested in keeping playing it. However, the free game mode is always better than nothing, so try it out and try to enjoy a moment. Same with Wishing Night mode. Mode just not for me. Anyway, all the modes were great and I spent 46 hours in the game. There's a lot of content and a lot of fun. Now, we can look at the characters. First class, with you gonna start the game, will be a warrior. It is one of free in-game heroes, and it is one of the strongest heroes in the game. His playstyle is focused on brutal damage and, most important, armor-gaining cards. At one of the combats, I managed to stack 200 plus armor, what was insane. But because my enemy was stealing my cards all the time, we made an endless battle. Next, free-to-play class will be a ranger. This hero also is one of the best in the game. One of my friends played with the ranger class up to 7th difficulty level, and he was killing everyone in the game. The class is based mostly on action cards, poison, and bleeding. When I started to play with this hero, I felt like he was overpowered. Our third in-game free-to-play class is Witch, very hungry mana class, with average damage and no healing at all. Class is not easy to play, and it is definitely not a class for endgame. I even can't say that I enjoyed playing with this hero, but if you will make a chill build, then it may work for you. The next free-to-play hero will be Nun. She is the best healer in a game, and she is playing with prayer cards, very interesting cards. All what you have to do is choose at what turn you will deal damage. Usually I used number 5 to deal more damage. With the right cards, this class can shine. Next is Magician, one of premium classes. His fighting style is based on mana, but to get all benefits from this class, you need to try to get as much action points you can. It is not an easy class. Solid 4 stars, absolutely loved. Next class will be Apothecary, also premium class. She likes to make experiments, and all combat will be based on mana, unfortunately, but mana usage of cards is very low. She also can heal and increase the quality of potion cards. Class is really strange, but healing and a really good combo can really make this class shine. Next premium class will be a werewolf, and I absolutely was impressed at the beginning because the playstyle of this class was something new for me. He is collecting rage, and it will deal at the end of each round a damage equal to the rage you collected. Same time you play with a lot of action cards and attack cards where you do not need any mana. Weird class with strong ultimate, but for sure there are better warriors than this one. Next premium class is a Soul Hunter. This class may look weak at the beginning, but this class has so many good cards and capabilities to be one of the highest damage dealers in a game. Also, Soul Hunter is one of the best classes because of mana draining ability. If the mana type of monsters do not have mana, then they are struggling to deal the damage. Same time, if the enemy does not have mana, then mana draining cards will drain his health and give it to you. I played with all classes and I dealt a highest damage with Soul Hunter. What left me with a huge question mark? Can be this class a best in a game? Solid 5-star hero, and my main hero in a game. Our last premium class will be a Mechanic. This is the only class with whom I haven't played to the level 10 boss. Mechanic was the worst class in this game. Everything was based on actions, and the cards were asking them a lot. Maybe I was unlucky with the start, but I would not recommend this class to anyone. You have to remember each class can be good in this game. And if you played for 1 hour with one of them, then believe a second hour your playstyle will be different. Each time you reset a game, you have a chance to get different cards or blessings. Most of the time you will get the same cards, but one special card can change everything. That is why this game is good. Overall, Night of the Full Moon is a joy to play. The story, the gameplay, the aesthetics. No matter where you look at it, the game is a piece of art, and you can tell how much effort and love the developers put into the making of this game. Even if the gameplay can get repetitive at times, and it may not be suitable for everyone due to its learning curve and reliance on RNG, fans of the genre and those seeking a captivating journey into the unknown will undoubtedly find Night of Full Moon an enchanting and memorable experience.